video, I'm going to show you how you can get whitelisted on some of the most hype projects out there. And in case you haven't already read the glossary at the start of the course, well, a whitelist basically means you have priority access to mint an NFT before the general public. The pre-sale window typically lasts about 24 hours, and you have that entire time to mint your allotted NFTs. Some projects will allow you to just mint one NFT, some projects will allow you to mint 2, and others will allow you to mint 3 NFTs. It all comes down to the project, there isn't any specific number. Once a private minting has finished for all of the people who are on the whitelist, remember this is priority access, well after the whitelist have finished minting, there is going to be a public sale after, and literally everyone who didn't manage to get whitelisted, they're all going to be fighting to try and secure a mint. Once a private minting has finished for the exclusive people who are on the whitelist, there is going to be a public sale where basically anyone who wasn't able to get onto the whitelist, they're all going to rush to the public sale and try and mint the NFTs all at the same time. As you would have saw earlier from videos in the course, some of these projects can have up to 20,000 followers, some of them even have 50,000, 60,000, even 90,000 members in their Discord. And if you can imagine, if there's only, let's say, 1,000 spots on the whitelist to mint, then that means you're up against a lot of people when it comes to the public mint. Because you have so many people out there all trying to mint at the same time, what does that mean? Well, that means there are lots and lots of transactions all going on at the same time on the Ethereum blockchain. So what does that result in? Yes, you guessed it, as we covered earlier on in the course, that's going to result in higher gas fees. In the NFT world, we refer to this as a gas war. Excuse my picture, I literally couldn't find any better image to resemble a NFT gas war. I guess it's because NFTs are still very, very new, but essentially what you get is people fighting, all trying to process transactions at the same time, and the gas prices absolutely skyrocket. Sometimes you will have to pay a lot more money in gas than the price of the NFT. Now, if you remember one of the videos from earlier on in the course where I actually purchased an NFT in real time, you will have remembered that I spent $109 in gas fees when the NFT I was buying was literally, I think, just $55 or $56. So I spent literally double the amount in gas fees than I did on the actual NFT. My wallet has still not forgiven me for this. However, of course, I just went ahead and done it anyway, all in the name of great content for this course. I hope you do appreciate that, but essentially the point I'm trying to make here is that gas can be really, really high, and if you're not on the whitelist, well, gas fees can be a lot higher than what you just saw when I purchased that for $109. And this is exactly why projects have a whitelist, as they want to give back to the community who are supporting them every day up until the launch. Just a quick heads up or a quick note, I want to be super transparent about this from the start. Getting a whitelist spot is not easy. You don't just literally message the creator and say, hey, can you give me a whitelist spot? You don't just join the Discord and say, hey, can you give me a whitelist spot? It does not work like that. Some of the strategies I show you are indeed going to require a good amount of your time. However, it's definitely worth it if you can afford the time, as once you're whitelisted, you can mint an NFT for a really good price, and if you want, flip it on OpenSea for higher. Of course, that's only possible if you're buying NFTs for a good solid collection. If you're minting an NFT project which literally has no hype, no engagement, then it's very unlikely you can flip that for profit. So again, make sure you are doing your research and you're validating any project that takes your interest. So without further ado, here are some strategies that you can utilize to get whitelisted. The first strategy is just being early. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, we have this NFT project right here called beans_NFT. You can see it's got lots of hype around it. It's got 24,600 followers. Again, lots of engagement on all of the tweets, 2,200 likes, almost 3,000 retweets, over 3,000 likes, lots and lots of engagement. It's a really, really big project. And if you was actually one of the first people to know about this project, you could have joined the Discord and got a free whitelist spot. So I'm actually in the Discord for this project, which is this one right here, Beans. And you can see they have a channel for whitelist information. They have this title right here, how to obtain a whitelist spot. Here is a breakdown of how we'll be giving away 5,000 whitelist spots. The first thing they list is OG Beans. 250 spots for the first members of the community. If you were one of the first people to know about these projects, you could have got whitelisted very, very easily. And how do you find about projects early? Well, it's using the same strategies I ran through in the previous videos in this section of the course. For example, you could go over to rarity.tools, go to upcoming from the menu, and then literally scroll all the way down to the bottom and find projects that people may not already be aware of. Typically, what you're going to find is when people check rarity.tools, all they're going to do is review the NFT collections at the top. Barely anyone is going to keep on scrolling right down to the bottom, meaning if you go further and further and further, you are more likely to find projects that other people are not aware of. I mean, right now on the 5th of February, I can keep on going down, down, and down and find projects that no one else knows about. Of course, you can also follow influential people in the Twitter NFT space, and they're always coming across new upcoming projects before anyone else has found them. In summary, being early is a solid opportunity to get a whitelist for literally doing nothing. Moving on to the second strategy. The second strategy isn't really for beginners. However, if you hold any other NFTs, sometimes what the project founders will do is they will actually give you an automatic whitelist on another project which they are in partnership with. For example, as you can see from the image on the screen, if you owned one of the NFTs as part of this NFT collection project, Build a Byte, you would have automatically got a whitelist spot on all of these massive NFT collections, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Mutant Ape Yacht Club, and so on and so on. Sometimes just holding on to NFTs you believe are actually going to be useful is way more beneficial than trying to mint them and flip them for profit. So this is another really good strategy, although like I said, typically this is going to be useful once you've been in the NFT space for a while and you have a few NFTs in your portfolio. The third strategy you can use to get whitelisted is literally just being active and helpful in Discords. A lot of the time, project founders are going to award whitelist spots to people who are helping the community. So you can see in this Discord I was in the other day, it's actually last night, you can see it says yesterday, this person was saying, I'm a beginner, barely know anything about this whole NFT world, just trying to buy my first NFT and make some profit, but I can't choose what project should I try. Then someone replied to a previous message, Clint, but below that we had this user, don't rush, take your time, you'll find your way. I can't just tell you which projects to buy and make profit. It's not really how it works, but I can answer questions that help you determine that. Can I text you in private? Yup. Sent you a friend request. So this person is literally just being helpful. He could have turned around and said, why don't you do your research, or stop asking newbie questions, but instead he was being helpful and active in the Discord. Now what's actually interesting is when you're being helpful, by default you are being active as well. Founders are not going to give away whitelist spots to people who are not active. You're probably thinking, well, what are the chances of the actual moderators or the founders seeing this guy's message and actually giving him some credit? Well, of course, you can't just do one message and hope for the best. You literally need to be active in that Discord and being as helpful as possible. This is what I refer to as Discord grinding. You're literally grinding in there as much as you can. If you have like an hour, 2 hours free a day, then I recommend just jumping into a Discord which you want to get whitelisted on. Be as active and helpful as you can. And if you keep on doing that day after day, you will eventually get noticed, and it's likely that you will get a whitelist spot. Just to clarify, if you plan on joining one of these channels and just saying generic words like, let's go, can't wait for the drop, like generic stuff, which everyone else does, you are not going to stand out, and it's going to reduce your chances of getting whitelisted. So focus on being active, and most importantly, make sure you provide value, and the easiest way to do that is by being helpful. One last benefit of number 3, because there's actually so many benefits of being active and helpful, is that a lot of NFT projects also have dedicated nomination channels. For example, if I go over to the Discord for Women of Crypto, which I joined a couple of videos back, you can see they have a section right here for whitelist nominations, and you can see people are literally just nominating people who they believe deserves a whitelist spot. So if you are being active, providing value and helping other people, you are more likely to get nominated too. So this is a really, really good strategy. A lot of people look past this and believe it's not a good strategy, but I can't tell you how many whitelist spots I've won just by being active and helpful. Moving on to strategy 4, which is engage with the social posts. Now, I don't actually have any screenshots here to show you because, of course, it's better just to go over to the browser. Again, the same project we found earlier in this section of the course, a really, really high quality project. What have I been doing? Well, I've literally been obviously following them, number one, but I've been engaging with all of the posts. You can see literally I've retweeted everything, I've liked it, I've actually commented on all of these as well, and you can see I literally just didn't do one or two, I've literally done loads and loads and loads. You can see retweets, likes, retweets, likes, retweets, like it goes on and on and on. I'm being very active on the social profiles. And what this does, it increases the chances of me winning a whitelist spot, as they are going to keep seeing my face over and over again on Twitter. They're going to see it on Discord. This is all about me making myself aware to them, being helpful and sharing their project. Again, engaging with their social posts, it's actually very, very quick to do. You can retweet and like, literally click both those buttons in 1 second each. So you've got 2 seconds. You can drop a comment in another 2 or 3 seconds. So it doesn't take that much of your time. And when you come across a really good collection like this, the Women of Crypto, you definitely want to be investing some of your time if you're serious about winning a whitelist spot. That is strategy number 4. Strategy number 5 is inviting people via your referral link. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, this strategy basically means you are helping that project grow by inviting more people to the server. So if we go over to the Women of Crypto server, if we go right up to the top, we have this arrow right here. We can click that and then click invite people. We can then take our link right here, copy it, share it on social media, share it in our WhatsApp groups, and just say, hey, come across this, a really amazing NFT project. I highly recommend you join and check it out. This link is trackable and unique to you, so anyone who joins the Discord via your link, the moderators and the founders will be able to see this, and you're more likely once again to stand out and be viewed as valuable and helping the project grow. Again, we just want to stand out when it comes to whitelisting. We want to go out of our way to provide value for them, so in return, they can provide value to us by getting us whitelisted. Some of these projects will also have a dedicated channel here on the left hand side as well, and what that channel will do is in public it will track how many people have invited who to the server, so you can really see how high you are on that list and if you need to work a little bit harder. Strategy number 6 is pretty much a given. You need to enter all of the giveaways a project have. We can see a giveaway right here from the Women of Crypto. You can see they are giving away $500 in Ethereum plus whitelist spots in the next 48 hours. To enter, all you need to do is make sure you follow them and retweet this tweet, tag 3 of your friends, and then join the Discord. Now, 9 times out of 10, you already follow them, so all you need to do is give that a retweet. You're also going to be in the Discord if you're serious about joining this project. All you need to do is literally just tag 3 of your friends. Again, this will take just a few seconds to do, so I highly recommend that you enter all the giveaways. I literally do not understand the logic from people who say, hey, I'm not going to enter a giveaway, there's already 300 people entered, I'm never going to win. Well, if you never participate, you are almost guaranteed not to win. However, if you do take part, then you have a possibility of winning a whitelist spot. Again, make sure you enter all of the giveaways. Moving on to my 7th strategy, which is create fan art. Again, I have no image right here as I'm going to go over to the Slack channel and give you a real life example. But a lot of these servers for all the projects you come across are going to have a dedicated channel for fan art. So again, I'm in the Women of Crypto Discord. If we go over to fan art, you can literally see, you keep scrolling up, people have submitted their own fan art of the NFT collection. So we have this one right here, Women of Crypto Purple Queen, which was submitted yesterday. Let's see if we've got any more. Someone's drawn their own one, Women of Crypto. Actually looks pretty cool. Let's see what else we have. We've got another one here. We've got this one. We've got that one. Okay, there's loads, like a little collection they've made. We've got this one, looks really, really cool. You can see people are reacting to this as well. We've got the Joker one with Batman behind it. That's really, really cool. And as you can see, that one has done really, really well. I actually like that one. Let's give that a fire emoji. We've got lots and lots of fan art again. So this is a really good strategy to utilize. If you go out of your way and create some art and submit it, if it's really, really good, like this one we've just seen by scrolling literally half a page up the Discord, you are increasing your odds of winning a whitelist spot. Now, I don't know about you, but me personally, I am so bad at art. Anything I draw just looks like a potato. I don't know what it is, but art is not my strength. But if you are someone who is creative and is really good with a pen, pencil, Photoshop, whatever it is, you can create some really cool art and submit it and increase your chances of winning a whitelist spot. Fan art is actually a really good one to do, as if you're like me, for example, I can't enter any fan art, so I have no chance of winning a whitelist spot by submitting fan art, so I'm not even going to bother and try. I'll just leave it to the other people who are already good at art. If you are one of those people, the odds are in your favor. I do recommend that before you create any artwork, always scroll through the fan art channel, see what other people are submitting, use that as inspiration, and make sure what you create is going to be better than what is already here. If you go ahead and create something which isn't that great, then you're pretty much just wasting your time. This is actually quite cool. Wow, this is this person's 11th fan art, so clearly they just love drawing. So again, if art and drawing is your hobby, this is pretty much a win-win for you. Moving on to number 8, which is gigs. Now, as you can see, I put the word risky in brackets because that is exactly what it is. I've personally never used one of these gigs before, but I do know a couple people who have and have managed to secure a whitelist spot. So please do your own research and use these services at your own will. But essentially, you can see there are lots of gigs on Fiverr that will help you secure a whitelist spot. You got this one right here. I will help you whitelist for NFT projects. It's got 4.7 rating and 8 reviews. Starts at £15. In fact, let me just go over to my browser so you can see where the screenshot come from. I will include a link to this if you want me to in the course, but I won't do it unless people actually ask me for it. Again, I want to see what the demand is first. I don't want to start promoting stuff which I haven't actually used myself. That isn't my style, and that's not kind of how I do things. But you can see there are services out there if you plan on outsourcing the process. If it was me personally, I would probably just hire up my own virtual assistant and someone who can go ahead and grind all day in these channels for me and try and win me a whitelist spot. That way it's probably going to be a bit more natural rather than going for one of these generic services. However, like I said, I do know a couple of people who have used this and managed to secure whitelist spots. So it's only right I include it in the course because yes, it does also work. One last thing which I just want to highlight is that when you join these Discord servers for the NFT projects you are interested in, for example, I'm in this one right now for Big Cats, they are most likely going to have a channel for whitelist information, and they are going to tell you themselves what you need to do to gain whitelist for the specific NFT project. So you can see for this one, it says to gain access to the whitelist, you will need to help the Big Cats community to spread the word and get involved in our community. We can have the best art in the world, but without a great community, we'll never be able to achieve our goals. Current requirements for the whitelist. This is actually submitted today, by the way, so you know this is very up to date. You have to invite 20 people to the Discord server. Again, I showed you how to do that using your trackable link. They also have a little note here. We are looking for high quality and engaging members. So if you plan on inviting someone that's never going to engage in the Discord, it's probably going to go against you. So only invite people you know who are going to be interested in this collection. Interact with the community on the server. Again, this is exactly what I was talking about in strategy number 3, just being active and helpful. And then we have number 3, post a tweet about the project and mention us. Again, if you are interacting with all the socials, you are pretty much going to be doing this. So you can see the 8 strategies I've showed you. This is literally what most projects are going to ask you for. A lot of people ask me, what is the best strategy? You've showed us 8 different things, gigs, fan art, giveaways. What is the best one I should focus on? Well, my advice is do as many as you can. It doesn't make any sense just to do one if you could do 3 different strategies. If you have the time to do it, then it's in your best interest to do as many strategies as possible, as the more you do, the better the odds are going to swing in your favor. For the NFT project we found in the previous video, Women of Crypto, I am going to be doing as many of these strategies as possible to try and win a whitelist spot because I know that this project is going to do really, really well. So that brings us to... Hello! Before I start getting into this video, let me just say apologies if the sound quality of this specific video is not that great. That is because I am currently at my friend's house. I am not at home in my professional studio. However, I have just had confirmation come in that I have got a whitelist spot on the Women of Crypto project. So I had to get out my laptop, make a video and give everyone an update. As like I said in the previous video, I am going to be grinding to try and get a whitelist spot. So what did I do to get a whitelist spot on the Women of Crypto? Well, literally everything I showed you in the previous video. The main two things I'd done on this project in particular was I was very, very active on social media. I literally replied to all of the tweets, retweeted and liked as well. Like if you scroll all the way down here, it doesn't matter how far you go, you will literally see I've retweeted, liked, and I've commented on all of these. There isn't one post they put out which I was not active on. In addition to that, I've been super active in the Discord as well. You can see there's literally so many messages coming through all the time. Like right now, there's over 800 messages since 12:53. And the time I'm recording this video is literally 13:12. So that is literally what, 20 minutes and almost 800 or over 800 messages. So there's really lots and lots of opportunity to engage and be helpful by answering people's questions. There were loads of questions up here. I probably won't find them now as there's so many messages, but people were saying things such as, what is an NFT? What do you guys think of the roadmap? I was literally responding to all of those questions. I think the most amount of replies I submitted in one day was 35, which is quite a lot of replies, right? These aren't just standard replies that, oh yeah, awesome, can't wait for the drop. Like I'm actually giving value and helping people. So I've been grinding for the last 4 days. And if I scroll down into the Women of Crypto Discord, you will see I now have access to this exclusive whitelist chat where everyone who has been added to this channel is on the official whitelist and has the opportunity to mint 2 of these NFTs. At the time of recording, you can see there is 1,543 people who are on the whitelist. This number is going to be going up all the time as of course they're adding more and more people to the whitelist. But there you have it. I am on the whitelist of Women of Crypto and I've done it by following the strategies which I've already showed you in the last video. It's crazy as there is so many people out there who say it's impossible to get on the whitelist. It doesn't matter how active you are or what you say on the social media. It's a scam, it's fake promotion. And yes, that is a little bit true. A lot of these projects do retweets and giveaways just for more promotion to grow the actual project. However, if you do give valuable answers in the Discord, you are increasing your chances of getting whitelisted. Now, I don't want to make it sound easy or paint this fake story, as like I said, that's not my style and I don't believe in selling people a false dream. But if you do work hard, you are pretty much guaranteed to increase the likelihood of you getting a whitelist spot. So when it comes to trying to get whitelisted, you want to put the odds in your favor and do everything which is pretty much in your control. When I initially saw this project, I just had a feeling it was going to be a good one. When we ran through all the validation checks earlier on in the course, you would have saw that this project passed with flying colors. And if you just look at their followers now, you can see they've got 45,000 followers. When we initially found the project, they had 27,000. So that was about a week ago and they've already grown another 20,000 followers in a week. And I've managed to get a whitelist spot on this project in 4 days. So what I will be doing is minting 2 of these NFTs, as everyone who is on the whitelist, they have the opportunity to actually get 2 of them. So I'll be minting 2 of them. It's 0.2 ETH for one. So I'll be spending 0.4 ETH in total. And then what I'm going to be doing is, as soon as I mint them, I'm going to be listing them on OpenSea for a higher margin and flipping them for profit. And yes, just to make sure I keep giving as much value as possible in this course, I will be showing you exactly how much I sold both of them for and what profit I made on the whole project. That video is going to be in the trading section of the course. So that is it for this one. Just a quick video to give you an update. Again, apologies about the audio quality. I just had to get the video done straight away to keep everyone in the loop because this is basically a live case study in real time. I hope you're enjoying the course and I'll see you in the next video. Hello and welcome to this another amazing video where I'm going to show you another project which I've managed to get whitelisted on, which is this project right here called Lives of Asuna. So as you can see already, they have over 130,000 followers. This is a really, really big project. I mean, don't get me wrong, Women of Crypto is a big, solid project, but this is much bigger than Women of Crypto. If I scroll down and show you the tweets and just show you how much engagement they're actually getting, for the pinned tweet, which is typically going to be the best performing tweet, you can see almost 200 likes, 700 retweets, or over 700 retweets, and over 2,500 likes as well. Lots and lots of engagement. If we scroll down to the post, that was literally just 18 hours ago, so not even 24 hours ago. It's got over 100 comments, over 600 retweets, and over 2,000 likes. This project is absolutely insane. No matter what they put out, it gets tons and tons of engagement. The whole project is basically this anime style, and at the moment, anime NFT projects are doing really, really well. So I'm really excited about this. So you're probably wondering, how did you get whitelisted on a project like this? Well, there isn't any magic secret. I haven't been doing anything that I haven't already shown you in this course. This is what I mean by if you actually follow the stuff in this course, you can do really, really well. I was very active on the Twitter. As you can see, I literally commented on every post. I retweeted and liked this as well. I was also very, very active in the Discord. However, what I actually won the whitelist spot for was entering one of the competitions. If we go over to the Discord for Lies of Asuna, you can see that there was initially going to be a public sale, but they were a little bit worried about how much people would pay in gas fees because, of course, when you have a public sale, everyone is trying to mint at the same time, and what does that result in? It results in more congestion on the blockchain and higher gas fees as the miners have more transactions to process. They basically did a vote. You could go with option A, which would be them just continuing as planned, and go ahead with the public sale, and this would be the mint price for the public sale, 0.08. They also went through the pros and the cons of option A, or they suggested an alternative solution, which was option B, and that was delaying the public sale for a few days and selecting the winners from a whitelist raffle system. So you can see I already voted below. I went for option B down here, and you can also see option B actually won. So if we scroll down and just get confirmation of that, you can see that the team replied and said these are the results. 4,814 people voted for option A and 8,131 people voted for option B. So option B was the winner. So what did they do? Well, they went ahead and they did the public raffle. They included a link to where you can enter the raffle, which is a link right here. You can see, of course, I am already registered as I've entered this raffle and I've already won. So this is basically what they done. I entered the raffle and I won as well. So here is confirmation of me winning. It says welcome 0x2EA. So that is actually the address of my wallet. Congratulations, you have just been selected as a winner. You'll be able to mint 1 NFT in total. Please keep track of this yourself. Exceeding this limit will cause your transaction to fail. See, there's a button right here that says mint. And if you look right here, it's 0.2 ETH per NFT. So if I go back to the Discord and just show you that, it's quite important. You can see that if they went for option A, the mint price was 0.08. However, for the public raffle, the mint price was 0.2 ETH. So a little bit higher, but still it's a really good deal for a project of this size. So I went ahead and minted one of these for 0.2 ETH. Which, by the way, if you are wondering, let's go ahead and convert that into USD. 0.2 ETH is just over $600. So again, it sounds like a lot of money, and to be fair, it is actually a lot of money. But for a project of this size and one that has this much engagement, this is a really, really good price. As what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this NFT in the next section of the course, and I'll show you exactly how much money I've made. Now, just to clarify one more time, as I know anyone can show a screenshot and claim it is them, the wallet address is 0x2EA, 0x2EA. Again, I'll say that one more time. If I go over to my browser, go over to my MetaMask extension, you'll see this is definitely my wallet address, 0x2EA. Just in case anyone is wondering, is this guy lying? Is he faking the screenshots? No, guys, I really do this day in, day out. So just a quick video just to let you know, again, I've got whitelisted on another really, really big project. Now, some people are going to say, oh, it was quite lucky you won this raffle. And yes, there is definitely some luck in winning raffles. However, me choosing to enter this raffle, there is no luck in that whatsoever. You miss 100% of shots that you don't take. Yes, winning the actual raffle is luck. However, choosing to enter the raffle, that is not luck whatsoever. That is me choosing to enter the giveaway as I want to try and win a whitelist spot. So if you're serious about winning whitelist spots, this is exactly why I said in the previous videos that you need to do as much as possible to secure a whitelist spot. You can't just sit back and hope a whitelist spot will come to you if you do one retweet on one of these posts, for example. You need to be doing as much as possible if you want to win a whitelist spot. That brings us to the end of this video, and like I said, in the next section of the course, I'll be selling this NFT and showing you exactly how much profit I made. I'll see you in the next one. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the most common NFT scams that you need to watch out for. This is really important. It's probably one of the most important videos in the whole course, if not the most important. It is literally becoming a joke at how many people are getting scammed every single hour in this space, literally on every single project out there. I do believe the reason why so many people are getting scammed is because NFTs are still very new. We are only in the early stages of what is to come in the future. Not a lot of people understand how NFTs work. How do you mint? How do you buy? How do you sell NFTs? The whole communication on Discord. A lot of people do not understand that. So as a result, it's actually really easy to scam people, and there's not much you can do about it as well, which is quite unfortunate. Now, I don't want anyone who is watching this video to get scammed. These scammers literally have no emotion, no remorse. They will take thousands and thousands out of your pocket and not feel any type of way about it. So please pay attention to this video, as it is going to help you stay safe when it comes to buying and selling NFTs. And by the way, what I will do is if I come across any more scams in the future, then of course I will come back to this video and update it so everyone is aware on what they should look out for. So let's get straight into it. The first one which you need to be aware of is what we call fake mint URLs. You will typically get these in direct messages. Let me go ahead and show you exactly what I mean by this. So here we have this project from Goonies Gang NFT. You can see they've got almost or over 85,000 followers. It's a massive NFT collection. There is so much hype around this project. And as you can see in the bio, it says a gang of 8,888 Goonies unleash to cause chaos in the metaverse from the minds behind the films Transformers and X-Men. So it's some pretty big people behind this NFT collection, which is of course why it's doing so well. If you go ahead and look at the artwork, you can see it's actually really nice. We've got this one right here, which is just them just celebrating for hitting 100,000 members in Discord. Again, tons of hype around this. We've got some more artwork. Actually, someone getting a tattoo of one of these Goonies, which is absolutely insane. Again, another piece of artwork. You can see it looks really cool. So this project is doing really well, right? So if you come across this project on rarity.tools or just from someone else mentioning it, you are going to be excited. You're going to want to get involved, get on the whitelist, try and mint these. So what will you typically do? Well, you probably go into the Twitter profile, click the link tree, go ahead and then join the Discord to see what all the hype is about. I've already done that. I'm actually in the Discord already. And as you can see, they've got all the typical channels that you'll normally see, you know, how much supply is part of the collection. You can see 8,888, just as we saw on the Twitter. We can see a mint date, which is still to be decided. The mint price, how many people are in the Discord, 126,000. Again, it's a massive project. And of course, you have all the standard channels below, how to get whitelisted, and just the standard Goonies chat gang, which is quite interesting. Quite a good play on words there. But essentially, this is a standard Discord channel. Now, you're going to be working really hard to try and get a whitelist spot, right? Because you can see if you go to how to whitelist, there's things you need to do, be active, helpful, submit some fan art, all the stuff we've covered already previously. However, what you're going to get as soon as you join this Discord channel, 9 times out of 10, is you're going to get DMs from people who are pretending to be founders of the Goonie project or whatever project Discord you join, and they're going to send you a fake mint URL. So we can see this is the icon for the Goonies channel, this little duck right here. Let me go over to my DMs, which I need to do by clicking this right here, home. And as you can see, I've got 3 DMs from people pretending to be Goonies. I will zoom in on this video just so you can see the icons here a little bit better. And as you can see, the bottom 2 are using exactly the same image as the main image on the actual Discord server. So if you're new to the NFT space and you see that image on the server and you see a DM from the person from the same name with the same image, then you can very easily kind of make a mistake and say, hey, you know, this is definitely the real person. And if you go into these DMs, actually go ahead and show the message. It's actually picked up as spam. You can see it says, the sale is now available. Don't miss this opportunity. Official website. You can price, the price per NFT is 0.5 ETH. I can get up to 20. Okay, great. So I just visit this website and I can secure some of these NFTs. That makes so much sense, right? They're selling it for 0.15 ETH. When you go over to the Discord, It's actually on sale for 0.25, and again, it's not even announced when you'll be able to mint. So there is literally people pretending to be from the server and sending you links. Here's another one. This one's a little bit better. It says, before you access our Goonies Gang server, check the latest pre-sale. Sales info, time window, 45 minutes per user. Be fast. So they're adding some urgency. Mint price, 0.15 per NFT. You're allowed to get 2 NFTs per mint, and you can only mint at this URL. All others are fake. How crazy is that? I'm getting a scam message from someone who is sending me a fake mint URL and pretending that this is the real one and saying, watch out for other ones because they could be fake. This is a scam. No project is going to DM you a link to mint. I wish NFTs were that easy and you could just join a Discord server, get a link to mint, and then quickly make some money, but it doesn't work like that. Most of these servers are going to have dedicated channels telling you what to do so you don't get scammed, and most of them are going to say to you, never check your DMs, we'll never DM you. I mean, if you go into announcements, there might even be one here already. If I scroll up to the top, how to whitelist, there you go, look, Big Goonski. We can't say enough. We will never DM you. You must turn off your direct messages. Do not get scammed. Check report bad goons. Only use links from our official links and obviously the microphone announcement channel. So you can see literally projects tell you don't check your DMs, but a lot of people are still checking the DMs and they're signing up to these websites, connecting the wallets, and they are losing their money. So please be very, very careful. When I was actually new into the NFT space, I didn't know this. I joined a Discord. There was so many messages. I didn't know what to do. So I literally saw a DM, thought, oh my gosh, I want a whitelist spot, connected my wallet, and I actually ended up losing about half a ETH, which at the time was about $2,000. So please do not make the same mistake that I did. Main takeaway here is do not look at DMs. I mean, what I actually recommend you do is what they say, turn off your direct messages. The way to do that is you go to your little user icon down here at the bottom. Then you want to go to privacy and safety. And you can see we have an option right here, server privacy defaults, allow direct messages from server members. Well, just go ahead and turn that off. So mine's already off, but by default, it's most likely going to be on. So just make sure you go ahead and turn that off. That way you won't get any DMs and you can pretty much avoid a lot of these scams. The next most common scam that you need to be aware of is going to be fake collection pages on OpenSea. Now, I don't know why OpenSea have not fixed this by now. There's so many fake collection pages, and what can happen is if you're not paying attention, you can end up buying NFTs in a fake collection. Let me go ahead and give you a live example. So here we have this project from Doodories or Doodories. You can see it was sold out straight away. It wasn't a massive project, to be fair, although as you can see, they do indeed meet my minimum criteria of more than 5,000 followers. And you can pretty much see that, if you are interested in this project, the artwork is a little bit cool. It's basically a derivative of another project. But anyway, sometimes if one project does well, another one that copies that project will also do well. It's not unique, but of course, some people like to follow trends and that does typically work. However, that's not the point of this video. What I want to show is they have a link in the Twitter bio. If you open that link up, it will open up the OpenSea page. This is, of course, the official OpenSea page as is linked from the main Twitter account. Now we can see in total, there has been 64,000 ETH traded in this specific collection. We go over to activity and scroll down, we can see there's literally sales all the time. 3 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, 5, 6, 7, 10, 14, loads and loads of sales, right? So if you want to buy into this collection and you didn't have a link from the Twitter, for example, let's imagine you just went onto OpenSea and you typed in Doodories, like so. If I can spell it right, Doodories. And as you can see, we've got Doodories official, which has 7,777 items, which we know is this one because it's roughly the same number here. And we've got these other listings below. Like, let's open these up. What are these? They all look very similar. They've got the same names. And let's have a look at this one. So this is a fake collection page of someone pretending to own all of these NFTs. What they've done is they've literally just gone onto the official account and they've gone on to items. They've screenshotted these NFTs and they've listed them up for sale as in they own them and this is the real NFT. That is not the case. Now you might be thinking, well, that's very obvious. This is clearly a scam because it mentions the name 100 times. But if you look at the volume traded, how much money has been spent in the whole collection, you can see it's 0.16 Ethereum. So let's go ahead and actually click on the activity tab to see how much these have been selling for. You can see there is 3 sales in total, one 4 days ago, 4 days, and one even 2 days ago. You can see someone paid $101 for this NFT, another $101, and someone even paid $200. So $400 have been spent on total on these fake NFTs. These NFTs do not exist. This is a fake collection page on OpenSea. Now, this is absolutely insane because, again, this is quite recent within the last week, and it just goes to show, like, people are losing lots of money by going onto OpenSea, searching for the collection they want to buy an NFT in, but actually landing on a fake page from someone who is trying to scam them. We had another tab up here as well, a different collection. Again, 0.04 ETH traded in this fake collection too. When was this one? This was 3 days ago, and again, another $100. So that's $500 in total we've seen in scams. We've got another fake collection page, and in this one, there's been no money traded whatsoever, which is actually quite nice to see for once. But just for doing a quick check on one specific collection, we have seen $500 being lost to scammers. And remember, this isn't even a big collection. They've just got 5,000 followers. Can you imagine what happens when accounts have 20,000 followers, 40,000 followers? The amount of fake profiles you get on OpenSea is very, very worrying. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, well, how can I avoid this? The way to avoid going for any of these projects is to never search on the OpenSea browser at the top because you don't know who you're going to land on. The best thing to use is to use official links. So go over to the Twitter, use the links they have in the bio. Even better, you can go ahead and join the Discord. So right now I'm in the Discord for Goonies Gang, and if we go down to this channel right here, official links, if I click that, they will have a link to all of the official links so you know it's owned by them and they're not any scammers. For example, if I want to buy one of the NFTs on OpenSea, I've got a link right here. I don't have to go onto OpenSea and then type in Goonies Gang like so and then figure out which one is a scammer, which one is legitimate. As when you use official links, you basically remove any of that guesswork. So that is number 2. Watch out for fake collection pages on OpenSea. The third and final scam, which you need to be aware of, is what we call fake accounts. Now, this pretty much exists in every industry, but for some reason, it seems to be happening more and more in the NFT space, and more people are falling for it. So when I say fake accounts, I'm not just referring to social media accounts, I'm also referring to YouTube videos as well. Again, let me give you another example. So here we have an account for Imaginary Ones. This is a very big NFT collection. Again, you can see they've got 145,000 followers. These guys haven't even minted yet. There's been so much hype around this project. It's basically this walk-in NFT with like bubbles and different colors. It actually looks really, really cool. And you can see why it's doing so well. But I mean, even 1 hour ago, they put out this tweet. It says, "We need your help. This Instagram account is a scam. Please help me report them to prevent more people getting scammed. Our official Instagram account is this." So, and as you can see, they put a screenshot of the fake Instagram account. And if you look at this Instagram account, it's got 117,000 followers. That is absolutely insane. There's 117,000 people out there who believe this is the real account for Imaginary Ones. Now, that is very, very worrying. You can also see they spelt the founder's name wrong as well. They put CMATT when, of course, if you go over to the bio for Imaginary Ones, you can actually see the guy's name is CMTTAT. So this is guy who actually is behind the NFT project. So again, this is a very clear example of a scam, and it's very sad at how many people are going to be following this account. And if this account puts up a post on the Instagram saying, "Hey, minting is now live, click the link below," and you know, at least 5% of people click that link and end up connecting their wallets, that is going to be a lot of money lost to these scammers. So please watch out for these fake accounts. Again, always use their official links and make sure you're not falling victim to any of these scams. Again, this isn't just on social media like Twitter, for example, and Instagram. It also happens on YouTube. So here we have a video from an NFT influencer on YouTube called Brett. You can see this is his profile image of his YouTube channel, this little mushroom with diamonds in it. If you scroll down, you can see he actually responded to someone, or that is what you might think, but this is actually a scammer. This is someone pretending to be him, and they're promoting the WhatsApp number WhatsApp me. And if you end up WhatsApping this person, they're most likely going to try and sell you some absolute rubbish. They'll probably even get access to your wallet, asking you to connect to one of the URLs to mint a new project. So just be very, very careful. I literally see this happening on every single video on YouTube. We've got one here from the official account, official Brett right there. You know it's official because it's been verified. It has a little colored box behind it. I appreciate the kind words, Peter. I'm glad you have gotten value from the videos. Awesome, but if we open up some of these other replies, for example, this one, again, you can see we have another imposter pretending to be Brett. We've got another one here. I mean, let's see some more. Can we find more? Again, look, another one here, another one here. This stuff literally goes on forever and ever and ever. You really need to be careful when it comes to watching YouTube videos. Again, if you're just watching a video, you have nothing to worry about, but there's so many scammers. It's not just on this person's channel. If I open up this person's channel right here, which is another person called Sebastian, again, look at his profile image. It's like him in a car with some sunglasses on, I believe. Hopefully you can see that. If I scroll down and just open some of these comments, let's go for that one. Let's go for this one. Again, look, I've opened 3 comments and it's literally 3 out of 3. This is a 100% success rate from these scammers. Again, people pretending to be Sebastian, using the same image. Thanks for watching my video. For consultation or mentorship guides, text me, and of course, he's going to try and scam you through there, so don't do that. This is actually the same person sending the same message to different comments on YouTube. So that is the 3 most common scams that you need to be aware of. Watch out for fake mint URLs. Again, very easy to avoid if you turn off your direct messages. Also watch out for the fake collection pages on OpenSea. The best way to avoid those is by using the official links. And lastly, just the one we ran through of fake accounts. Make sure you do not WhatsApp anyone that sends you a WhatsApp number on YouTube or Twitter, Instagram, whatever platform it is. So please be super, super careful when you are in this NFT space. Like I said earlier, I do not want anyone watching this video to get scammed. It would actually break my heart. So please stay safe in this space and I'll see you in the next one. Creating and selling NFTs. In this section, I'll be going over the truth behind selling NFTs. So many fake gurus and influencers in this NFT space are really not being transparent at all when it comes to selling NFTs. So my aim in this video is to really break it down and be transparent about the whole thing, because you selected this course, so I owe it to you. I don't want to mislead you in any way whatsoever like those other fake gurus. I'm going to be coming and revealing the truth behind selling NFTs. After that, I'll then be giving you a high-level overview of all of the steps involved when it comes to selling NFTs. Then once you understand that, I'll be showing you how you can create your very own first NFT. And what's the point of creating it if you don't know how to list it for sale? So yes, I'll be showing you how you can list that NFT for sale on OpenSea too. It's going to be a really interesting section for sure. I can't wait to get started, so let's dive into the first video. In this section, I will show you how you can create some digital artwork and sell it as an NFT on OpenSea. I've done this about 18 times now, probably 20 times, especially when I've had lots of time to kill on a train. I've created some pretty cool artwork in less than 10 minutes. I then listed that on OpenSea as an NFT. Someone's seen the artwork, they've liked it, and they've gone ahead and made the purchase. So this section is going to show you how you can create an NFT and replicate the same process that I just ran through. I do actually have a lot of friends who do this day in, day out. They will literally create about 50 NFTs every single day, all different ones just based on how creative they feel in that specific moment. They will then list them on OpenSea and they will just keep on selling and selling and selling. Now, I want to be clear from the start that this is not the same as creating an NFT project with 10,000 images. Yes, there are people online on websites such as Fiverr that will literally create you a whole NFT collection. You can see this person right here will generate 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 NFTs with rarities and metadata for £8. That is crazy, right? Then you got this guy right here who will create randomly generated NFTs of 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. He has 24 reviews, 5-star reviews, £30. You're probably thinking, wow, I can just go here, spend about £30, get all of these NFT images created, list them, and then make money, right? Well, unfortunately, that is not how it works. There is so many people in the NFT space which literally just tell you to do this, and there's a massive, massive problem with this. And the reason why I have a problem with people telling people to do this is because they are not being honest and upfront with you. They are making it sound way more easier than it is. If you remember what we ran through in the last section of the course, when you find an NFT project, a project that has 10,000 images, 8,000 images, an actual real project, you are going to want to validate it first. There are so many things you need to do before you determine if you should buy into that project. You've got to check the Twitter, the Discord, the website quality. Who owns a project? What are the skills? Can you verify the real? Is there a strong community behind the project? Is there any negative project press? How unique is their NFT project? Does the NFT have utility? How strong is a roadmap? There is so much stuff you need to check before you buy into a main collection. And this is what the majority of people are doing before they take their money out and invest in an NFT collection. If you go ahead and just buy one of these services and get your 10,000 images, it's not going to do anything whatsoever. And the main reason why is because it's literally just a fake collection. It doesn't matter if you have 5,000 images or 10,000 images, if there's no core fundamental framework behind the project, such as what we just ran through, then it's not going to do anything. This is why I have a big issue with people saying, just go over to Fiverr, get 10,000 images and then list them on OpenSea and you'll be a millionaire. It does not work like that. If we go through it, let's imagine you want to create an NFT project, an actual real project that has a community behind it. Well, number one, what do you need to do? You need to create your social media accounts from start. You then need to go ahead and generate some followers on that account. You want to set up your giveaways. You want to set up a Discord server, make sure you're active in the Discord, set up the website, plan out your roadmap, and make sure it actually makes sense. You then want to add utility to the NFTs to make sure they are a little bit unique. You then want to set up your whitelisting and make sure you have fair criteria for people to be able to win whitelist spots. Of course, after whitelisting, you then want to set up minting, make sure that is set up perfectly and people can connect the wallets without any vulnerabilities in the smart contract. And of course, you have to manage the whole NFT project as well. So I don't say this to kind of put you off from starting your project, because you can indeed create an NFT project and make a lot of money from doing it. However, it is nowhere near easy as the majority of people make it out to be. Now, I'm not trying to burst anyone's bubble. However, my job is not to sell you a fake dream. You have got this course and I appreciate that. So it's my duty to be honest with you and let you know what to expect from the NFT space. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. Yes, you can make a lot of money from building out real NFT projects, but it's going to require a lot of time. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot of time and a lot of money as well. Oh, there's actually one more thing I forgot to click, which is, of course, promote the project. That is really important. Once you create your NFT project, you then have to promote it in an efficient way and put it out there. So you need to know a lot about marketing as well. When you're starting out in the NFT industry, instead of creating a big collection with 10,000 images, you're much better off just creating really cool individual pieces of artwork and selling them as NFTs to people who are shopping for digital art. Remember, just like artwork in the real world, if someone likes your digital art, then they are going to buy that. You want to focus on individuals who are looking for cool pieces of art. And I know what you're thinking, Josh, is this really cool digital art? It's a panda holding a little star stick with a chain on. You would be surprised at what people buy on OpenSea. I've got loads of friends that literally sit down all day and they make simple artwork like this. They list it for sale on NFT and these are selling every day like hotcakes. Some of my friends are making $500 a month and some are even making upwards of $1,000 every single month. If you still need convincing, let me go ahead and give you some examples. I found this collection page on OpenSea. Literally all I did, I went over to stats. I went to activity and I was having a look at what is currently selling on OpenSea just to get an idea on what people are buying, right? It's actually a really good strategy if you want to go ahead and create some artwork. But essentially I did that. I can't remember how far I scrolled down, but I found this collection, Bandit Bear. It's not a big NFT project. You can see there's only 22 items in the whole collection. You see some money has been traded. If we go down, look at the artwork. I mean, some of this stuff is very, very basic. Like this person right here. Let's open these two. You can see it's literally just, I don't know what to call that, a bear? Is it a bear with little cheeks? I mean, I'm not even sure what to describe it. It's a plain bear on a background, right? Now, me personally, I don't think this is good art. However, someone else will do. This is what I mean by art is subjective. It doesn't even matter if I think this is nice. Someone else may think this is nice. And if we actually come off this and scroll down, you can see, look, there's been a sale for this 4 days ago. Someone bought this for 0.002 ETH, which is about $5 or $6. Doesn't sound like a lot of money, but if they're making a lot of these and people are buying them, it's all going to add up. Here we have another bear. Again, it's the same one, just laying down with some hair on its head. I don't know if this one is sold. Again, this one is sold again 3 days ago for 0.02 ETH. So this is another $5. This is $10 literally, just these two images right here. If I go over to the actual Bandit Bear collection and then go over to activity, we can see all the sales for that. We've got some 5 hours ago, 20 hours ago, 21, 2 days. There's sales literally all the time for this collection. You can see this one sold for $7, $10, $5, 7, 7, 5, 10, 5, 5, 5. You can see there's lots of sales in this collection, right? And can you imagine if this person was creating more NFTs? So maybe one for sharks, maybe another one for bears, one for pandas. As long as the artwork is semi-decent, as in someone finds it interesting, you can make quite a bit of money doing this for sure. So in the next few videos of the course, I'm going to be showing you how you can create some simple digital art. It's going to be a lot better than this, by the way. I'll then show you how you can create that and then list it on OpenSea, waiting for some sales. And just to clarify one more time, this strategy is way more better than actually just buying one of these random collections on Fiverr of 10,000 images, listing it on OpenSea, just to figure out that people will then want to validate the project because there's so many items in your collection. And one last thing which I just want to mention is another great thing about selling individual pieces like this as well is when you list an NFT for sale, you can actually put down what we call a royalty free, which basically means once you sell your NFT, you will then receive that money. So you can see in this instance, the person who owns this NFT is this account, Pana3. If this account, Pana3, then determines to sell this NFT at a later date, we can also get commission off Pana's sale. So you can basically make money on every sale of the NFT. It doesn't matter if it's sold 5 times, 10 times, 100 times. If people sell the artwork in the future, you will also get a commission of that as well. So once you build out a really big portfolio and you have lots of digital art for sale on your profile, it definitely is possible to make a good amount of money. So that brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Before we dive into the main videos of this section of the course, I want to go through once again a high level overview so you know what to expect before you start watching the videos. So just like the previous sections in the course, when it comes to selling NFTs, there are 5 different steps. The first step is going to be confirming the design style. There is so many different NFTs out there. Some have this colorful anime feel to them, others are really dull. You can get apes, funny apes, bored apes, sharks, whatever you name it. There are so many different styles of NFTs out there. So step 1 of the process before you sell anything is you need to know what style you are going to go for. There are a few different strategies you can use to confirm what style you want to go for. You can check the recent activity tab on OpenSea, as I'll show you in the next video, or you can also just base your decision on old projects which you know have done well. For example, if there is a current trend on NFTs related to dogs, then you want to make sure that your NFT is dog based, as that will increase the chances of it actually selling. Of course, if you are naturally creative, then you can come up with your own styles which are going to look awesome too. Once you confirm the style which you'd like to use, the next step is to actually go ahead and create the NFT. There are lots and lots of different tools you can use to create these. A lot of people tend to use Photoshop. However, I personally do not know how to use Photoshop, so I like to keep things simple and I use a tool called Canva, which for those who don't know is basically a watered down version of Photoshop. They have a free trial for 30 days as well, so I can get access without costing me a penny. Once you then created your NFT, the third step is to create the collection page, which is basically where the NFT is going to reside. Once you've created your collection page, the fourth step of the process is to list it on the marketplace, whether that is OpenSea or Wearable. Preferably, you'd go for OpenSea as it's the biggest marketplace out there, so you're likely to generate sales quicker. The fifth and final step of the process is to literally sell the NFT. Now, you don't have to start going out there doing all these crazy marketing campaigns to sell it, sharing it on social media to try and generate sales. I mean, you can do that if you wish, but I typically just create the NFT, list it on OpenSea, and as it's the biggest marketplace out there, the NFT typically sells itself. So all I have to do is collect the funds. So that is the whole process from a high level overview. Confirm the design style, create the NFT, create the collection page, list it on the marketplace, and then sell the NFT. Now you know how it works, let's dive into the first video where we're going to be confirming the design style and creating the actual NFT. I'll see you there. Before you rush out there and start designing your NFT, there is one step you need to do before you can actually create the NFT, which is confirm your design style. So this is the style your NFT is going to be based on. There are so many different styles, different colors, different textures, different animals out there you can use. It can be really confusing. So before you dive in there head first and start designing anything random, it's always a good idea to confirm the style from the start. There's two different strategies you can use to do this. The first is by looking at the activity tab on OpenSea, and the second is taking a look at older projects for inspiration as well. So let me show you how to do both now. Once you're over on OpenSea, you can go over to Stats and then go to Activity. And what this page is going to show you is literally every single transaction which is happening on the whole platform across every collection. Basically, what people are spending the money on right now. So before I go through this, let me just go to Chained and then click Ethereum. That way we're only going to see sales that are happening on the Ethereum blockchain, which of course is the most popular by far. So we can see we have this little cat breed which sold for $246. This was sold literally 2 minutes ago. If I actually go ahead and refresh this, you'll see this will be nowhere to be found. There's literally sales coming through every single second on OpenSea. 30 seconds ago, 31. This will obviously go up as it's in real time, but you can just see once again how big of a platform OpenSea is. No matter how many times I refresh it, there is always more and more sales coming through. So this activity tab is a good place to start, as you can see what is selling right now on the platform, aka what is hot and where people are allocating their money. I like it a lot because we also have the price of each sell, so we can figure out what type of artwork that we need to design to generate a similar price. Now of course there is going to be a caveat to that. For example, if I open up this one, this sold for $600. If you open up this and then go to the main collection page, you will see that this is part of a big NFT project. 4,400 items in total, over 8,000 Ethereum traded in the total collection. So just because you see something in the activity and it says $700, $600, it doesn't mean if you replicate that, you can generate the same amount of money. As of course, the ones we are looking at, these are from big NFT projects. They have lots of marketing behind them, Discord, social channels, their engagement, everything I spoke about in the previous videos. So really what you want to do is be looking at transactions which are ideally under $50, because anything under $50, well, that's a good indication that it's not part of a collection. So we've got $27 right here, this Old Ape Country Club. We've got some more examples down below. Again, the same collection, Old Ape, $29. So a different variation. So you can start to dig through this and really find some really cool ideas that you can base your design on. If you'd rather not do that, because I must admit it can be a little bit tricky as it does refresh literally every second, what you could do is the other thing I mentioned, which is look at older projects. So to do that, you can literally go over to OpenSea, you can go back up to Stats and then go to Rankings, and this will show you the biggest NFT collections on OpenSea in terms of volume. Volume being the amount of money which has gone through that project. You can change the filter to 7 days, last 24 hours, last 30 days, all time, it doesn't really matter. This is based on the top 100 collections on the platform, but you can basically just go through this and get a good idea on what has actually done well in terms of NFTs on the whole. So for example, we have this one in number 5, Crypto Bats by Ozzy Osbourne. There's been over 11,000 in total Ethereum gone through this project in the last 7 days. So let's go ahead and give it a open. What do the NFTs look like? Again, we are just trying to gain some inspiration. We are not saying that if we go ahead and create something similar, then we can generate the same amount of money. It's all about generating inspiration on what is currently selling right now on the platform. So you can see pretty much it's just a pixelated bat on a different colored background, which is quite cool. If we go ahead and change that from highest last sale. So the reason I'm doing this is because I want to see out of his whole collection, which ones have sold for the most amount of money. And it's very clear already that it's the ones with this really groovy background, or I should say awesome backgrounds. You've got like buildings here, like a space, a cloudy, foamy, nuclear infected sky, I guess you could call that one, a nighttime. We've got some really cool backgrounds down here. So it's very clear that having a really good background is going to help the NFT stand out more and is more likely to generate us more money when it comes to selling that NFT. So clearly we can use these strategies to come up with some inspiration and a bit more guidance on what we should do. However, just to clarify one last time, you don't need to create anything out of this world. You don't need to have those fancy backgrounds as we just saw with the bats in the last collection. You can just keep it very straightforward, as we saw in this collection that we reviewed in the last video, Bandit Bear. You can see there is a decent amount of volume gone through this collection, and I've already got some of them open in a different tab. It's literally just a bear sitting down with a hat on. And we also have this one, which I showed in a couple videos back, of this bear on this plain green background. Nothing special whatsoever. The bear is not even wearing any props this time. It doesn't have a hat, nothing. It's just a bear saying, hey. And this bear sold 4 days ago, and the person paid roughly about $5 or $6. So again, this image can be created, I kid you not, in about 5 seconds, if that. However, what we're going to do is we're not going to just copy this boring design and try and make $5. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you how we can create something 10 times better than this bear, and it won't even take us that long. So I'm pretty much happy on my design style. I'm going to base my design on a bear. Again, I'm not going to copy what they've done right here, but our design is going to be bear related, and it's going to be in this little animation type of style. So that is step 1 of the process. I've confirmed my style. Step 2 is to create the NFT. So when it comes to creating the actual NFT, you have lots and lots of options of tools you can use. A lot of people tend to use Photoshop. However, I don't know how to use that, and personally, I find it very complicated. There's so many options. Anyone who's watching this who has Photoshop experience is probably thinking, Josh, it's not that hard. However, I like to keep things super simple. So what I'll be using is this tool right here called Canva. For those who don't know what Canva is, it is basically a watered down version of Photoshop. You can use it to pretty much do anything, create videos, presentations, post for Facebook, for Instagram, flyers, posters, logos, you name it, you can do a lot using this tool. Another reason why I like Canva is that it's actually pretty cheap in comparison to Photoshop. If you go over to plans and then go to the Pro, which is the one above the free package, you can see the package starts from just over £8 per month. Even better, you don't even have to pay £8 per month. You can sign up to the Pro using a free trial, which will give you access to Canva for completely free for 30 days, which is awesome as that removes any barrier to entry. So you have no excuse for not being able to design some NFTs and list them on the marketplace. Once you signed up to Canva, you will land in a dashboard which looks pretty much similar to this. Here we can see some of my recent designs, which are all NFTs. All of these have actually sold other than this one right here, this little pixel duck, which to be fair, in hindsight, it is probably a little bit too basic. I guess I was trying to be a little bit too lazy in this particular example, but pretty much every single NFT you are seeing here, these have all sold, and I've created all of them in less than 5 minutes. So let me walk you through the actual design process. The first thing which you want to do is go to create a design right here, this button in the top right corner. Then you want to go for custom size, and the dimension you want to go for is 3000 by 3000, and then click create new design. That will then open up your canvas where you can start to create your masterpiece. So we are basing our design on bears. So I literally could just come over to Canva, go to elements and type in bear, and then click enter. And Canva will return lots of bears we can use for our design. We can go for one like this, and you can see we're not even creating the bear, we're using templates, and there's so many down here you can use. You literally keep on scrolling and scrolling, and Canva will keep on loading more and more bears for you. So you can never really run out of ideas and designs. However, I don't want to go for just any random happy bear like this one. I want to go for maybe an angry bear, something completely different, but still related to bears. So let's go for angry bear and see what comes up. We've got these ones. Okay, probably not the same style I'm going for. It looks quite kiddish. What else do we have? Oh, we got this one. This looks pretty cool. Oh, I like this. This looks really cool. So let's go for that, and let's just move it a bit more to the center. I think I'll make it a little bit bigger and just move it down once again, centered already. So literally in just a few seconds, I found a bear, and it's actually way better than the bear this NFT is using. So what is the next thing I want to do? Well, I don't just want to take one bear and then call it a day. I want to make it a little bit more unique. So what I'm going to do is start adding some props to this bear. So when it comes to props, you can literally add anything. You can add a stick in its hand, a gun, a hat, a scarf, chain, shoes, walking stick, eye patch, anything, you name it, you literally just go into Canva, type it in, and you'll find it right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in, well, this is an angry bear, so he's going to be injured. He's actually got an injury right here. So maybe let's go for a plaster, right? Can we get a plaster and put it on the bear's head? Okay, cool. We've got some plasters coming up. I quite like this one. Can we make that and then put it on the bear's head? Well, it looks, probably not a fan of that. It gets a little bit lost. So let's just delete that and go for another one. Maybe this one. Again, probably not the best color. Very similar. Just trying to find a plaster which I can use here. I like this one. That's quite cool. That's going to stand out. There we go. So let's put this plaster on the bear's head. Remember, he's a very angry bear. He's been literally fighting every other bear on open sea. So he's got a few injuries. There we go. He's got a plaster on his head. What else could we do? Let's put something in his hands. Let's go for maybe a gun. Not a gun. Let's go for a laser gun. That'd be pretty cool. Laser gun. Okay, this is really good. Let's go for that one. Should we put it in this hand? Let's go for this hand. Make it a little bit smaller. Is that how big a gun is? I guess a gun could be that size. Let's rotate it so it looks like he's actually holding it. That looks pretty cool. Let's add a little background to this. Again, remember what we saw on the bats. The ones with the best background typically do well. You could just click here and then go for a color and go for like a standard colored background. However, as we saw from the bat example, we want to try and make the background as unique as possible. So what I'm actually going to do is just go ahead and make that back to white. I'm going to type in templates. Are there any like laser background templates we can use? Or maybe take in background, just type in laser. Nothing there. So I typed in laser. Okay, let's go for elements. Type in laser. What comes up? Okay, we've got some really cool laser backgrounds right here. Not really sold on any of these. Quite like this one. This one looks quite cool. So what we can do is make this really big, like so, and then literally right click and send it to the back. And send it to the back again and keep sending it to the back. Eventually we'll see our item, which is right here. And as you can see, we now got our bear on a really cool background. If you're not happy with any background, of course, you just select it, delete it, and go for another one. But you can see it is literally that easy. You don't have to make it more complicated than that. Let's send this to the back. Send this one to the back. Does this look a little bit better? I quite prefer this one. I like this one. Although I'm not done with this bear. I mean, I could be done and list this for sale. However, I want to make him a little bit more unique. Let's go ahead and add in some more stuff on him. Let's add a chain. I think a chain will look nice. He's got a lot of space here on his chest. So let's type in chain. We've got this chain. Probably not the best one because of color. We've got this one, looks quite cool. It's got a dollar sign on it. So we can go for this chain right here. Let's make it a bit smaller. Probably needs to be a little bit bigger, I would say. Actually come around his neck. Like that. I think that looks pretty cool. We've got a bear with a plaster, a gun, a chain. Like you can get really, really carried away. You could even type in like hats, for example. Put a hat on the bear. Although you don't want to do too much. I prefer to keep it a little bit simple. But of course you want to have a little bit of uniqueness. And we've already done that by adding the plaster, the chain, and the laser gun. I'm not actually sold on this background. I want to see if I can find anything else. I'll go for a laser. See if I can find another background. This one looks a little bit cool. It could be a little bit too much. Let's just have a look. Send that to the back. Send to the back. Send to the back. And one last time. Okay, this looks pretty cool. I think this stands out a little bit more. Let's move the background. Maybe like that. Okay, I'm happy with that. This looks a lot better. Maybe a little bit more to the left. Like so. Maybe like that. I'm happy with that. There we go. I'm happy with this background now. This is definitely going to catch people's eye. Some people won't like this. They might say it's overkill. There's just too much going on. I can't even see the actual bear. But like I said, feel free. You can go for whatever design you want. Type in laser with a Z and do one last look because I'm getting a bit carried away now. And this is how it can be sometimes when you're designing NFTs. You can literally do a little bit too much research and trying to find the perfect background when in reality, probably everyone I've gone for so far looks pretty decent. But do you know what? I'm going to leave it like this. I'm happy with this. It stands out. It's going to attract the people's attention. It's all very related. I've got a laser gun. I've got lasers going around. It's a gangster angry bear. It's got a plaster. It's got chains. This is going to be good. Actually, one last thing I'm going to do. Why not? Let's put a cigarette in the bear's hand. something like, let's see if we can find something really cool. Something like that, maybe? They're pretty cool. Make it a little bit smaller. Oh, that looks good. Now that looks cool. Now the bear is smoking. So you can't actually see it with this background. So I'm going to change that. I know I said I was done, but I want to get the best NFT. I can't lie. Let's go for this one. This will look a bit better. The one we had initially earlier. So let's go for that. I'm going to make it a bit more to the left and then send it to the back. Send it to the back. One last time. There we go. That looks better. Here we have our NFT of a bear holding a cigarette in his hand with a laser gun. And as you can see, he's got a plaster on his head, chain as well. This looks really good. Now, if you compare this NFT to the one we just saw, let me just move that a little bit in so it looks a little bit more natural. I think that looks pretty good. That looks cool. Compare this NFT to the one we just saw on OpenSea, which already sold for $5. Like, what bear is better? I'm not even being biased, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you are going to agree this bear looks way better than this bear. And we could have literally completed this in just a few minutes. I just got a little bit carried away messing around with the background, adding more props, a cigarette, and so on. But pretty much, you can use Canva to create really cool designs. So before I go ahead and actually download this, I want to show you another feature, which is the clone. So once you've created an NFT which you are happy with, instead of creating another one and trying to get the same image, the same bear, you can literally click this, clone it, and then start to remove some of the items or even change them. For example, let's change out the background for maybe a plain one. And let's go for maybe that. We can then remove the plaster. We can change out the chain for another chain, or we can just keep it very simple and just have a bear on a background if that's what you wish. However, we can change the bear to a different bear as well. So let's go back to angry bear. Do we have any other angry bears in the same type of color? That's the one we used before. So we've got this one, which is quite interesting. We've got this one right here. So another idea of a bear. So this bear looks tired, right? So we can change the background to resemble what the bear is actually doing. So if I put the bear again in the center, which is here, I want to again delete that background, and it looks like he's angry, he's thinking. I'm not sure what this bear is actually going on. So let's type in clouds, right? Let's get a sky, or even a sky, because those look like clouds coming out of him, so we can kind of tie that up nicely. We can go for this, and then make this a lot bigger, like so, and then send that to the back. So now we've got a bear in the clouds. That looks pretty cool. You can then start to add in some more props if you want. You know, maybe a cloud in the background, for example, hovering over there, and you can then copy that and add in some more. And you can see it's very easy to make lots of unique NFTs. Like literally, I've made one angry bear with a laser gun smoking, and we've got another one of a bear dreaming in the clouds. This is potentially 2 different NFTs you can have. So once you're happy with your design, simply go ahead and click download, and then hit the download button once again. Once it has downloaded onto your computer, you are ready for the third step of the process, which is creating your collection page. I'll see you in the next video where I'm going to show you how you can create your collection page and list it on the marketplace too. I'll see you there. In the last video, we created 2 really cool pieces of artwork. We have number 1, which I've named Angry Bear, and we have number 2, which is a stressed bear. Now you can see the angry bear has a plaster on its head, a chain, and a laser gun in its right hand. It did initially have a cigarette in this hand right here. However, I wasn't really a fan of that, so I ended up removing the cigarette. But pretty much everything is the same as you saw it in the last video. Now it's time to upload these onto OpenSea and get them live on the marketplace. So let's go over to OpenSea. You want to make sure your wallet is connected, as remember, there are no login details to OpenSea. You don't have any username or password. You simply have to create your wallet using MetaMask, as I showed you earlier on in the course. Once you then connected your wallet, you are pretty much good to go to start using OpenSea. And as you can see, we have my wallet selected right here, which is the test account, the one I created for the purpose of this course. Once you've connected your wallet, you want to go over to your profile and then go to My Collections. The page is going to be blank, as of course, this is the first collection you are creating on OpenSea. You can't just upload an NFT onto the marketplace. The NFT has to sit within a collection. So first we need to create the collection. And if you remember, that is actually step 3 of our process. We've confirmed the style, we've designed it. Now we're going to create our collection and then get it live on OpenSea on the marketplace. So to create a collection, just simply hit create a collection button. You're then going to see a few different options. You may have to re-sign in again with your wallet just to authorize it is actually you. So just go ahead and click sign. That will then load up the collection page where I can go ahead and populate details about the collection. Now to clarify, a collection page is going to be this page right here, the main page where all your NFTs are going to reside on. It's a good idea to put a bit of time and effort into this page as you don't want to just write anything, as this is pretty much the main hub where you're going to be selling your items. Now, one thing to note is if you plan on making multiple NFTs, all related to the same thing, maybe you want to create 22 bears as well, like this collection, then you want to make sure your collection is all talking about bears. If you plan on making a generic collection, so maybe a bear, a bat, a hamster, whatever it is, then I wouldn't talk about a specific animal in your collection, just keep it as generic as possible. For the example of this video, I'm going to make my whole collection about bears. For the logo image, the featured image, and the banner image for my collection page, I've actually already made the images. To save boring you and watching me design more images in Canva, I've designed a few images. I'll show you the first one, the banner image. It is nothing complicated whatsoever. I just made a very quick banner image, which has the name of my NFT collection, which I've gone for animated bears. I think that's a pretty cool name as all my bears are very animated in terms of the emotions they are showing. I put some clouds up there as I thought would be a little bit cool, and as you can see we've got this bear's head right here at the bottom, so that is my banner image. For the featured image, I've gone for this, which is on my other screen. Again, pretty similar to the main banner image. I've just included a few different icons and props here, which obviously my bear NFTs are going to have, like the laser gun, some glasses, we've got a phone, a hat, a football, and so on. So again, nothing really complicated. I've just created these in Canva just by selecting elements that are already made as templates. For my image, for my logo, I'm going to go for another variation of one of these bears, which is again another one I found on Canva. So let's go ahead and upload these. So for the logo image, I will go into my NFT collection folder. I'll go for the logo. For the featured image, I'll go for my featured image. And for the banner image, I will go for the banner one I've already created. By the way, as you can see, all these images are different sizes. They do actually tell you the required dimensions for each image. So when you go back into Canva and you click create a design and you click custom design, just make sure you pop in the right dimensions as you see on OpenSea, and that way your image will fit perfectly. What is the name of my collection? Well, I've already decided it's going to be animated bears. Really like that name. Check if it's available. I should have checked this before I made the images. Yes, it is available. Awesome. The URL is typically just going to be the name of your actual collection. So mine's going to be animated bears. So I'm just going to put a dash between that because you're not allowed spaces in your URL. I'm going to make all of these lowercase as well. And yet this URL is valid. Perfect. The description of the page is going to be this description you see right here below the actual collection. Typically, you want to go for something that's actually a little bit engaging and is going to sell your NFTs below. For my collection, what I've done is I've gone for a description that says a small collection of unique animated bears created by Joshua G. Each bear represents a feeling we can all relate to. Which one is speaking to you? So I've put in a couple of things. The first thing to note is I've said it's a small collection. I'm not trying to compete with these massive NFT projects out there with 10,000 images. This is a small collection and it is unique as well. So I'm trying to highlight unique features about my specific collection. I've also said each bear represents a feeling which we can all relate to. So here, all I'm trying to do is make my collection relatable to anyone who lands on the page. As of course, from the images we've designed, you know, a lot of us can be angry at times and a lot of us can also be stressed. So this is a good message and it fits perfect for my collection. Category, I'm going to go for art because this is definitely a piece of art. It definitely isn't any of these other categories. It's not collectibles, it's not music or photography. So art is the most suitable. I then have the option below to add in some links, so I can add a link to my website, Discord, Instagram, Medium, and so on. However, as the NFTs in this collection is not part of a big project, I'm not going to worry about any of those links. I then have this really cool feature here called royalties. This is what I was describing earlier on in this section of the course. A royalty will allow you to get a commission if the person who buys your NFT then decides to sell it on in the future. Whatever they sell that for, you will get a percentage of that sale. As you can see, it says collect a fee when a user resells an item you originally created. So this is unique to us, right? This is the artwork we created. This is unique to us. This is our NFT. So if this gets sold 100 times, then it's only right I get credited for that because I am the original creator. This is how powerful NFTs are. So don't be greedy when it comes to percentage. I typically just go for 2.5%, as what happens is the person who buys that NFT, they will be the ones paying that extra royalty fee. So if you go and make this really high, like 10% or even something more ridiculous, then what it's going to do is harm the chances of you actually generating that sale. Next, we need to enter in our wallet address. This is so OpenSea knows where to send the money when your NFT sells. So let's go over to our MetaMask extension, give it a click, and you can see right here below it says test account. We have a number right here. This is my wallet address. So let's copy that and then simply paste it in here. Now it's very important when you paste it, don't go and add in a space after or add in some other numbers. That is going to ensure that you don't receive your payment. So make sure you delete whatever is there and simply paste in your wallet address and then click off it. Next, we have the option of what blockchain we are going to use. Of course, make sure you go for Ethereum, as that is the most popular blockchain by far when it comes to NFTs. And then lastly, we have an option to display a theme we would like to go for. Should we go for padded, contained, or covered? This just comes down to personal preference. Although if you've created some artwork that doesn't have a background, so it's transparent, then you definitely want to go for the first option of padded. I'm going to go for covered, and then click create. And just like that, you can see I now have my live collection page sitting on OpenSea. It actually looks pretty cool. I'm happy with how this looks. The next thing is to then add our listings and list the NFTs we've just created. Because at the moment, all we have is our main collection page, the hub of where our NFTs are going to reside. So to add an item, just simply click the add item page. We then want to select the image. So let's click into here and let's go back to the desktop. And we'll go to NFTs and we'll go for the angry bear as our first one. See, it looks pretty much awesome. Let's put in a name for this. So what are we going to call this? Let's go for Angry Teddy. Why not? It's a pretty unique name, right? External link. Again, we don't need to worry about external link as this is not part of a massive collection. We then want to give a description. So what is our NFT about? So of course, our NFT is about an angry teddy. So I'm going to go for a description of Teddy is looking for revenge after someone stole his phone. That will do for now. Again, the main purpose of this video is just to show you the actual creation process. We can see it's already added to the right collection of animated bears. You do have other options as well to add properties, level, and stats to the NFT. I'm not going to worry about that for now. Supply, there's only one. There is one of this angry teddy. That is going to increase the value of this. If I had 10 of them, well, I mean, it's not that attractive to a buyer. Once you're happy with all of those details, just simply go ahead and click create. And that is literally it. Woo, you created Angry Teddy. And just like that, our listing has been created. However, this listing is not sell on the marketplace yet. What we need to do is click one more button and click sell. And this is where we're going to determine a price for this bear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare it to the other bear we saw. So this was the initial bear we had on OpenSea. This sold for 0.02, which is roughly about $5. Now, I believe my bear is literally at least 3 times better than that bear. So I'm going to go for a higher price. I think I'm going to go for 0.008, which at the time of recording this video, you can see is just under $20. I think that is a fair price for what we have created. I think that is a fair price for what we have created. And remember, this didn't really take us that long whatsoever. We could, if we want, go for a higher price, 0.09 for example, go for $22. You can even go for any price you want. If you're feeling confident, go for 0.1 Ethereum. It's completely down to you. I'm going to go for 0.08 like so. Duration, I'll leave it down to a month. I want to make sure it's unfixed as well. I don't want to have any auctions. Leave it as 1 month for duration. As you can see, I've got my 2 fees at the bottom, 2.5% service fee and 2.5% creator fee. I don't pay any of these fees right now. When the NFT sells, I give 2.5% to OpenSea as a commission for them hosting my NFT and actually helping me generate a sale. The creator royalty fee, again, this is what I said not too long ago. This is what you will receive every time it is sold to another person. So let's go ahead and click complete the listing. As you can see, I need to confirm this from my MetaMask wallet, and we can see once again the estimated gas fee is $190. That is absolutely insane. It doesn't matter what time I record the videos for this course, I am getting super unlucky, and as you can see, it's just changed to even higher, $214. Clearly, I need to start recording these videos at different times. But anyway, let me just go ahead and bite the bullet once again and pay this outrageous gas fee. Just to confirm, it is very unlikely that your gas fee is going to be this high. There is just a lot going on at the moment in the Ethereum world. So let me go ahead and click confirm. And as you can see, this is all to initialize my wallet. If you remember what I said in the previous videos about gas fees, when it comes to listing an NFT for the first time, you must pay a one-time gas fee. And that is what this fee is. So let me go ahead and sign that just to make sure it is definitely me, the one who is listing the NFT. And as you can see, that has now all gone through. My item is available for sale. So let's go ahead and click view item. And here we can see it is currently up for sale for $20. So now people can come onto OpenSea, browse the marketplace, and if they like my artwork, go ahead and purchase that, and then they will be the new owners. This listing will expire in 1 month's time, as that is what we set when we created the listing. You can go for a longer duration, but typically what I found is when you create these NFTs, they're pretty much going to get sold within a couple of weeks, as long as the artwork is good. If you are struggling to generate a sale, then you can always go ahead and click this button and lower the price and put in a cheaper price to try and generate more sales. So like 0.07, for example, that would come down to $17. However, I'm going to close off that as I'm very confident in this price. We've got an awesome NFT and it's very likely to sell within the next couple of weeks. If you'd like to add another NFT to your collection, just go back to your profile image right here, then go to your collection. Go into the collection, which we now have, animated bears. I can then go add an item once again from the top right corner, and it's exactly the same process. Go ahead, select the other NFT, add in the description, click create, and that will then add onto your collection page. That is pretty much how you do it from A to Z. We have gone through every step of the process. We've confirmed our design. We've created the NFT. We've created the collection page. We've created the listing. Now we just have to wait for the NFT to sell. So what I'll do is I'll end the video here. And once this NFT actually sells, I will make another video and add it to the course just to show you what email confirmations you'll get and what that will look like as well. That brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. The end of this video. Once again, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.